Guitar Lessons. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to improve our strumming. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell for future notifications so you'll be notified when I load up my next video, okay? So you won't miss anything. Now, one of the things that I always get asked about is strumming. I see a lot of beginners when they get started, or even really not just beginners, but people who play a while, they just have a problem with their strumming. They get the chords down, you know, and but they have a hard time with the strumming. And the reason why is because they don't count. Okay, you've got to learn how to count. It's very, very important, and that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so let's take a look at how to improve our strumming. So here we are working on our strumming. Now, I've been teaching guitar lessons, private guitar lessons out here in Colorado for many years. I think almost 20 years now. I've been playing guitar for probably 30. And I've come across a lot of people who have problems with their strumming, okay? They know how to form the chords, but they just have a problem with the strumming, okay? And the thing of it is you need to learn to count, okay? If you're having problems strumming, you gotta learn to count, all right? Now, and basically in rock and roll, it's a 4/4 thing, you know, 4/4 for rock and roll, 4 beats per measure. So you just count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get that down, then you try to add a 1 and, like 1 and, 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Now, I know it seems a little monotonous and boring, but I'm telling you, if you work on this, it's going to really improve your strumming. Big time, okay? I started off playing the drums, and when you play the drums, it's all about timing, you know? You have to get your timing down, and musicians have to have their timing down. They have to build this an eternal clock inside of them, okay? So we're going to work on a couple different strumming patterns. So the first one, real basic, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what I'm doing is just holding an E minor chord, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from the E minor down to the A minor, okay? And just keeping that same pattern, and you'll hear how it sounds. 1, 3 and 4 and then I just went back. So that almost sounds like a song, you know what I mean? It's real simple, and you just kind of get to where you play it maybe 4 times and then switch chords. And then go 4 times, switch to another chord. I'm adding the D in there, and then I'm going to go back to the E minor. Okay? Now, I'm not showing you the chords because we worked on that in the last video, so if you need help with that, check out the last video. I'll give you a link in the description below. Always check out the description below because I have links in there that are going to help to a lot of things that are going to help improve your guitar playing, okay? Now, so that's first one. First strum pattern is just 1, and actually, I would start off with just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you got that down, then do the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and everything can be a variation of that, okay? So for instance, you can do it slow. Okay, or you can do it fast. Same exact thing, I just sped it up, okay? Now you can also just do straight down picking, but that's kind of boring, right? But if you double time it, okay, if instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, if you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it sounds like this. Sounds kind of cool. Okay, so that's another way you could do it. Okay, you're still using that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but we're just down picking instead of doing up and down. Okay, and we're kind of sticking with the low E strings there, the low E and the A, to give it that kind of low sound. Okay. But there's all kinds of different variations you can do. I'm just showing you a few examples here to take into consideration, okay? Now, one of the strumming patterns that works really well with a lot of songs, it's a little more difficult, but if you work on it, you'll get it, and you'll see when you start learning songs, this works with a lot of songs, okay? This is down, down, up, down, okay? Show you that again. Down, down, up, down, okay? Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. You could also throw an up in there at the end there if you like, more like a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, and then end the strumming pattern on an up. Okay, you just got to get it. And it's all right here in the wrist as well. That's another thing too. Okay, when you're strumming your guitar, you don't want it to be like stiff. You don't want your hand to be like this. Okay, that's too much motion. It's too stiff. Okay, it's all right here in the wrist. Okay, if you notice, it's just right here in the wrist. So get your wrist going, all right? Try to practice that. Do some wrist exercises, you know? Do some exercises like this to get that wrist going, all right? It's very important. Loosey-goosey on the wrist, okay? It's going to make a big difference on your playing. Be nice and relaxed. Just be really relaxed when you're strumming the guitar. Now I'm telling you, if you practice these, you use that down, down, up, down, down, and you can either go down, down, up, down, and then switch chord. Or you could end it with that upstroke, you know? Don't be afraid to count. Don't be afraid to say down, down, up, down when you're playing, because that makes a huge difference, okay? And if you don't want to say it out loud, say it in your head. And the more you get this in, it's going to really make a big difference, and you're going to make a connection with the instrument, okay? All right. Take that into consideration. I guarantee it's going to help you out. Okay, so there we have some basic strumming pattern techniques there for you. A lot of it is just working with your strumming, working with your timing, and counting, okay? Either do the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or, you know, do the down, up, down, up, down, up. The more you do that, okay, the more you say it, I would recommend you say it out loud, okay, because it's going to resonate with your body. Your body is going to get it in there, the energy and the vibration. You know, the whole thing that you're trying to do with learning an instrument, doesn't matter what instrument it is, whether it be the guitar, the piano, the saxophone, the drums, the bass, whatever it is you're trying to make a connection with that instrument. And this is one thing that I've seen a lot of people I've tried to play with over the years. They don't practice their instrument enough. They don't make a connection with it, and then they try to play with other people and they can't do it because they just don't have that connection, okay? And it really improves your timing. If you're going to play with other people, you have to have good timing. If you're going to play your favorite song, you got to have good timing, okay? So make sure you work on your timing, and that's what this lesson is about, strumming and improving your timing, okay? So don't be afraid to you know, count out loud 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and, you know, don't be afraid to do that. Don't feel self-conscious about your learning, because if you do, you're going to run into roadblocks and you're never going to get over them, okay? And if you don't want to say it out loud, you know, say it in your head, okay? That vibration, that connection you make with the instrument is what's really going to improve your playing, okay? So, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Be sure to check out my website. Go to my website at dwaynesguitarlessons.com. Join my email club. I got a lot of great lessons on there, some videos and stuff. And check out my books. I've got some great books here I've written. This one's Learn Guitar, Simple Method for Beginners. That's kind of what we're working on here. Some stuff out of here. Last video was showing you about what kind of guitar to choose. The other lesson in here was about what kind of amplifier to choose. I did a video on that already, so YouTube doesn't want to allow me to do another video on that, so I'll leave a link below. The next lesson was about how to tune your guitar, which I did a video on that as well, so I'll leave a link down below for that, okay? how to hold your pick. I did a video on that, so I'm going to leave those links in the description below. So check that out if you need it. And now we're kind of working on the strumming of it, okay? And I showed you a little bit last time on about how to, good idea, the way to hold your chords, okay? So definitely look into those videos if you need help with that. And like I said, look, it's got diagrams in here. It's all like in tablature. Everything's real simple, easy to read. I got some full color. It's got full color in this particular book. I've written a few different ones. This one's got some strumming patterns here that we can take a look at. This is a really good book. So if you're looking to learn, this is a great book. I'd highly recommend to get it. You can get it on Amazon, or you can get it in my eBay store. And like I said, I'll leave links below, and that'll really help out with your guitar playing, okay? So thank you so much again. Keep practicing, work on your timing, and I'll see you at our next lesson.